प्रसन्नवदनं ध्याये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः।
गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
Thank you. Next.
Khushi?
Yes.
रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे।
रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसी।
रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः।
रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः।
रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे। रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः।
रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसी। रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः।
This vedhase, okay? Ramachandraya vedhase.
वेधसे।
Yeah. Next. कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम्।
कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम्।
आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्।
आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्।
कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम्। आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्।
कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम्। आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्।
Thank you.
Welcome, Mama.
Now, shall we have Vedant? Can you sing your song first?
Ram 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 Jaya Ram 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 Dasharatha Nandana Ram 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 Dasharatha Nandana Ram 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 Pashupati Nandana Ram 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 Papa Vimochana Ram 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 Jaya Ram 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 Anadharakshana Ram 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 Apabandhav Ram 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 Maithili Nandana Ram 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 Madhati Vandita Ram 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 Jaya Ram 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 Ram. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So nice.
Very nice. Okay, Virat, would you like to sing a bhajan? Are you prepared?
No, I'm not prepared.
Okay. Anybody else prepared? I think we asked Vishruta to be prepared, but maybe she didn't get the message. Anyone else wants to chant a short bhajan? Who's that? Sai? No. Okay. All right. So any, okay, Vishruta, there you are. See, if I don't see you, then please start. Are you able to unmute? Some problem with her device. She has to log back in. Okay, Sai, what is it you want to say?
It's like a short stotra, but we have to say this when we are eating the lunch.
Okay, doesn't matter, you tell it.
Okay, ma'am. Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Prana Vallabha Jnana Vairagya Siddhartham Diksham Dehi Chaparvati Matascha Parvati Devi Pita Devo Maheshwaraha Bandhava Shiva Bhaktasta Bandhava Shiva Bhaktasta Swadesho Bhuvanatrayam.
Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent. Yeah, this is a mantra, as you rightly said before, bhojanam. But we don't only eat with our mouth, right? We are eating with the eyes. Right now, we are, getting food for the mind through the ears when we listen to Ramayana. So we can say it at other times also, praying that, that the goddess blesses us with all the good, nourishing input to our mind. Not only food, but all the good sounds, good sights, everything. But specifically, you rightly said this is before Bhojanam. You're doing it every day, Sai? Wow. Excellent. Okay, Vishruta, where are you? Are you back? I think some problem, Vishruta, no? With your audio and video.
Yes, ma'am. I'm back.
Yeah. Please chant, if you can.
Gajavardhana Gananatha Gajavardhana Vinayaka Gajavardhana Gananatha Gajavardhana Vinayaka Siddhividata Shivatanaya Siddhividata Shivatanaya Buddhipradayaka Gajanana Buddhipradayaka Gajanana Parvati Nandana Bhava Bhaya Bhanjana Yuga Yuga Vandita Jai Shri Ganesha Yuga Yuga Vandita Jai Shri Ganesha.
Excellent.
Very good, very good.
Very nice. We just celebrated Ganesha's birthday. Lovely. And just one thing, Vishruta. See, Vishruta has made a family tree. Vishruta, can you just briefly speak about it while I display?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a short one. So, because, so much Lakshmi Mami has shared with us, right? So, let us look at her family tree. Can you all see it?
Yes, Amma.
Yeah. Okay, Vishruta, are you unmuted?
Yes, ma'am, I'm unmuted.
Yeah, so you can start. Briefly tell everybody what you made.
Today I've made this Ramayana family tree. Ma'am, please go down. The Ramayana has many characters and many values to learn. Today I will show the family tree of Ramayana. Rama's family tree. The father of Rama is Dashrata. Dashrata has three wives, Kaushalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi. Kaushalya's son is Rama. Sumitra's son is Lakshman and Shatrughan. And Kaikeyi's son is Bharat. Rama's wife is Sita. Lakshman's wife is Urmila and Shatrughan's wife is Shrutakirti. Bharat's wife is Mandavi. Now, this is Sugriva's family tree. The Sugriva and Vali's father are Indra and Surya. Indra's son is Vali and Surya's son is Sugriva. Sugriva and Vali's wife is Tara. Vali and Tara's son is Angada. Ravana's family tree. Vishwasravas is the father of Ravana. His wife is Kaikashi. Her son's name is Vibhishana, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and has a daughter Shurpanaka. Vibhishana is married to Ravana. Ravana is married to Mandodari. Kumbhakarna is married to Karakati, and Shurpanaka is married to Vidyut. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Very nice. You saw how nicely she's put color and the tree. This is what I said, make a family tree. Everybody can make, okay? You all make it and we will present it. She said,
Only thing is, Sugriva's wife is Ruma.
yes.
Not Tara.
Yeah. Actually, last evening I got this. I didn't have time to check it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tara is, Vali's.
Vali's wife.
Yeah, Vali's. So, everybody, please make a family tree. Okay. And we will. Thank you, Vishruta. Very nice. Okay, now I think anything else, Lakshmi?
Yes, Ma, we can start now. Yeah.
Let's start.
Good attempt she has done actually.
Yes.
She has researched and written everybody's name nicely. Very good. So last week we started the Yuddha Kanda and Rama, Lakshmana and all the Vanaras with the help of Nala, that is son of Vishwakarma, made the Rama Setu and everybody crossed to Lanka. They all surrounded Lanka. And then afterwards, Rama sends Angada as a messenger to Ravana. Either you restore Sita or face the battle. So Ravana did not oblige. So they have decided to go for battle. So all the Vanaras surrendered. All the four entrances of Ravana was Ravana was made four entrances. In the Lanka, city of Lanka, all important persons were standing in the entrance. Same way, Rama also engaged important persons to face the enemies as usual. So in the first day, the battle started, and Indrajit, first day itself, Indrajit put one with a magic spell, with his magic spell, put one serpent dart. With the serpent dart, Rama and Lakshmana were bound by the serpent dart. And all the Vanaras, they fell down unconscious. So all the Vanaras were feeling very sorry, what to do and all that they were thinking. And suddenly Garuda is coming on the top of the battlefield. Garuda is the Vahana of Mahavishnu, and he blew his wings about Rama and Lakshmana, and they became all the serpent dots and disappeared, and Rama and Lakshmana got their consciousness back. So again the battle started. And initially Ravana thought that Rama and Lakshmana are dead and all that, but now they have come back. Again the battle started. So Ravana is sending important persons again. First he sends Dhumraksha, and then he is sending Vajradamsha, and then Akampana, and then Prahasta. All these four, they are important chief commanders of the army. One by one, they are coming with great army of Rakshasas, and so many Vanaras were killed by them. So the Dhumraksha was slain by Hanuman, and Vajradansha was slain by Angada, and Akampana was again slain by Hanuman, and then Prahasta was the chief commander in chief, he was killed by Neela. So all the four chief commanders were dead. So Ravana was actually, he was feeling little afraid actually. So he straight away, he himself is coming. He is coming radiant like the sun. Rama riding on Hanuman's shoulder fought with Ravana. Ravana was in the chariot and Hanuman was sitting on the shoulder of Hanuman. Rama was sitting on the shoulder of Hanuman. So and then there was a fierce battle between Rama and Ravana. That was the first meeting actually, Rama and Ravana. Rama was really actually appreciated Ravana's presence, these 10 heads and 20 hands and all that. He really, what a figure, what a huge, just mountain-like, huge, dark complexion Rakshasa, So Hanuman in the mind appreciates Ravana's looking. And then the fierce battle, and then lastly, all his chariot and golden crowns, everything was broken into pieces. And then deprived of every weapon, Ravana stood before Rama on the earth. Rama was on the shoulder of Hanuman. Then Rama says, Ravana, you fought very well today, but today you can go and to come tomorrow because you don't have any weapon. So I don't fight with a person who is not having any weapon in hand. This shows this dharmic way of Rama. Rama's always do everything as per dharma only. He never does adharmic way. If he want, he would have killed Ravana at that time itself, but he didn't do that. He just telling Ravana, you please go today and come tomorrow. Ravana was very humiliated, ashamed of hearing all these things. He just straight away went back to Lanka and sat in front of Shiva's statue, and he was crying. Indru poi naalai varai enai oru manidanum pugalvado indru poi naalai varai. He was crying in front of Shiva's statue. A Manusha is telling me to go today and come back tomorrow. What a humiliation. Why it happened to me? What all things I have conquered, all the 3 worlds. I have done so many tapasya to you, Shiva. Why did you make me in this situation? And all that, he was crying in front of Shiva. After some time, he gains his mind becomes strong, and he orders to wake up Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna, he is Ravana's younger brother. I have already told about him. He will 6 months he will have sleeping. He will be sleeping, and 6 months he will be awake, like that. So just 1 week before only he has gone to sleep. So Ravana orders to wake up Kumbhakarna. He was a huge mountain-like body he has got. So before waking up, these people, they make lot of food, because immediately after getting up, he wants to eat food. So prepared, piled up mountains of food, and then wine, blood, meat, and all that. So much they have made ready to eat for him. And then all the Rakshasas went and beating drums, blowing conches, pushing, shaking the huge body. Many Rakshasas. Kumbhakarna had nothing. Just imagine that mountain like Kumbhakarna, all the so many hundreds of Rakshasas are shaking his legs, hands, and pulling his hair. And the elephants are made to walk over the body. Just everything looks funny, Here this Valmiki describes the Hasya Rasa. Hasya Rasa has not come so far. So in the Navarasa, this is the Hasya Rasa. You can imagine that our nose is so small, but Kumbhakarna's nose will be like a big cave. There will be some hair in the nose, These elephants will pull those hair. How it will be? Even then he is not getting up, and they are pulling, shaking, and drums beating, and in the conch, they will the huge conch, they will go near the ear, keep near the ear and blew the conch. Even then he's not getting. Finally, after a long time, he just got up and just opened his eyes, and just like one hand shoot everything, just like we will shoot a fly or mosquito. No, he shoot one hand, everybody fell down, all the elephants fell down, all the rakshasas fell down. It will be very funny, you can imagine how it will be. And then slowly he got up and looked at the food and started eating full food. He has completed in no time, because 6 months he is sleeping, so 6 months food he has to take at one time. How it will be? Piles of food he will be eating, drinking and all that. And then afterwards he asked, yes, why did you wake me? Why? What is the problem? He asked. Then that commander in chief, who was in charge of everything, he said, now our Lanka is in danger, and Ravana told us to wake you up, because you only have to help us in this juncture. All the Vanara Sainya have come and reduced killed so many Rakshasas. So you please get up and you have to help us. So Kumbhakarna says, okay, no problem. I will just go straight away and I will kill all those Vanaras, and Rama, Lakshmana, everybody I will kill in no time, and then I will go and meet the king Ravana. So, but the commander says, no, you have to first meet Ravana and then only you have to go. That was the king's order. So, okay. Then Kumbhakarna straight away goes to King Ravana. And Ravana, my dear brother, he's telling, why did you call me? What is the problem? You tell me. Then Ravana tell what all this happened. And this Rama and Lakshmana, they are not ordinary human beings. They have doing so much of disaster to our Lanka. So you please go and kill everybody and come back. The Kumbhakarna, suddenly he remembered, oh, okay, you abducted Sita. That's why all these things are happening. I told you that time itself not to just to restore Sita. Otherwise, Lanka will be in ruins. But you didn't listen to me. Kumbhakarna was telling to Ravana this, last time in the Sabha also he said the same thing. Again, he is telling this. Then Ravana becomes angry. I don't want any criticism. I called you to do my order. Just go to the battlefield and kill everybody and come back. Okay, then Kumbhakarna goes. See, look at that huge figure. Vanaras are like ants in front of him, He will just pull them, push them, kick them. He will kill so many Vanaras. By seeing Kumbhakarna coming out of the fortress itself, all the Vanara army ran hither and thither. And Angada just with great difficulty caught everybody and made them stood in the position. And then huge battle was going on. Kumbhakarna killed so many Vanaras, and they were all very afraid of his seeing him. And then this Angada and Sugriva, they are coming. Angada was coming, and with huge tree he was hitting Kumbhakarna. He just shooed away and he gave a blow to Angada. He fell down. Angada fell down on the earth. And then Sugriva, same thing happened to Sugriva also. Sugriva also fell unconscious with his blow. So immediately what he did, Kumbhakarna just lifted the Sugriva and kept it on his head and went back to Lanka. I am victorious. The Vanara king is dead. Like that, shouting like this, he went back to Lanka. In Lanka, on the way, all these Rakshasa trees standing on the terraces, they so many flowers, they dropped flowers and the sandal paste and all that on for his victory. But everything fell on Kumbhakarna, on Sugriva's head only, because on the head Sugriva was there, So Sugriva regained his consciousness because of the sandal paste and flowers, he became conscious, and then he started pinching and biting his ears and nose. That only he can do, Kumbhakarna's. So Kumbhakarna got irritated and just he threw Sugriva on the earth. Then Sugriva got up and just flew back and gone back to where Rama is. Like that, Sugriva escaped from Kumbhakarna's hands. Again, Kumbhakarna came back with big iron mace in hand. He came back to the battlefield, again started fighting. But now so many people, Lakshmana, everybody, Hanuman, all were fighting with him, but he didn't listen to them. He just went straight to Rama. He wants to fight with Rama only. So he straight away went to Rama. Rama also saw him. What a huge figure he was thinking. And then he showed powerful arrows towards Kumbhakarna, and his legs and hands were cut off by the arrows. And even then, that position also, he was going through and killing Vanaras even in that time also. Then finally, he with a very powerful arrow, Rama cut off his head. The arrows, that power was so much, that head just flew up and fell on Lanka city. Like that, Kumbhakarna killed all Gandharvas, Devas, and all showered flowers on Rama. And all were, everybody, Vanaras were all very joyous because of the killing of Kumbhakarna. Finally, Kumbhakarna is dead. Ravana got the news and he became very sad. Oh, my dear brother, you are so brave. How is it possible Rama could kill him, and all that? He was crying. Then Ravana has got many sons, he has got so many wives. So he has got so many sons also. So Trishiras, Narantaka, Devantaka, and Mahodara, all so many sons. They all said to Ravana, don't worry, we are all there. We will go. And one by one, they are coming with huge army. But everybody was killed. Trishiras and Hanuman and Angada, they were Trishiras, Narantaka, and Devantaka were killed by Hanuman and Angada. And Mahodara was killed by Neela. And Atikaya, that was another son. Atikaya was killed by Lakshmana. Like that, there were enormous loss for Vanara force also. These sons, killed so many Vanaras. So both the sides, there was huge loss. So all the sons of Ravana are killed. And then again, Ravana was crying, lamenting and all that. Then Indrajit is coming. Oh, father, why are you crying? I am here alive. I am your bravest son. I will go. I will make everything, finish it off and come. And he is going to, with a huge army, he is going. And then Rama and Lakshmana were, he killed and wounded thousands of them. And then he applies Brahmastra towards Rama and Lakshmana, and they were tied and just fell unconscious. Rama and Lakshmana were tied by the Brahmastra. Then what to do? All the Vanaras were feeling very sorry. When Rama and Lakshmana are not there, how can we do fighting? Everybody was feeling sorry. Vibhishana, Sugriva, Hanuman, all were feeling sorry. Then suddenly, okay. Okay, and then Jambavan, all the Vanaras also became unconscious. Then Jambavan is coming, just got up, and is Hanuman, are you alive? He is asking, because all the Vanaras became unconscious and Rama and Lakshmana were also unconscious. So Jambavan is the oldest bear, he called for Hanuman, and Hanuman says, yes, I am alive. And Hanuman, we have to go cross over the sea, go to the Himalayas, and then there are some herbs, important herbs are there in the mountain of Sanjeeva mountain, Sanjeevani mountain. There are some 4 types of herbs are there. You have to go and bring them. If you alone can do this job. If you bring them, all will become their consciousness. So, okay, Hanuman goes, immediately he goes to Himalayas. On the way, the Ravana came to know that Hanuman is going for getting Sanjeevani Aushadam. So, on the way, Ravana sends one Asura, Rakshasa. His name is Kalanemi. That Kalanemi is made an artificial place on the way. And he was sitting like a great tapasvi. And he was doing tapas at that time. Then Hanuman looked at him and he stops there. And he is asking Kalanemi, I have to go get this medicine. Can you just guide me? Then Tapasvi says, oh, I know you are Hanuman. I know you have come for the Sanjeevani. I will get you. I will tell you. But already Rama and Lakshmana are wake up. The battle is going on. You need not worry. You sit here. You have some water, drink some water and all. You take rest. And then I will tell you, I will give you one mantra. With that mantra, you can get that medicine. So Hanuman believed what Kalanemi said. Then he went nearby to drink water from a lake. There was a crocodile. That crocodile caught him. Then Hanuman just gave a blow and crocodile was killed. And immediately when Gandharva is coming out and he is telling Hanuman, he is not a tapasvi, he is a Rakshasa, Kalanemi. So you just go and kill him because Rama and Lakshmana are in danger. You go immediately. Then Hanuman comes back immediately and kills Kalanemi with another blow. And then again further going, straight away goes near the Kailasa mountain. And then he saw the Sanjeevani mountain, but he could not get the pinpoint the herbs. So complete mountain, Sanjeevani mountain, he is plucking from there and carrying on his head and coming back. Immediately when he came back with the Sanjeevani mountain, that herbs smell, with the smell itself, all Vanaras, Rama, Lakshmana, everybody became conscious. And everybody, immediately Hanuman take it back. Otherwise, these Rakshasas also will get back to their life now. So that he takes it back and keep it in the same place and coming back. So again, the battle was resumed. And towards midnight, all the Vanaras entered the city, attacked the sentries, sent fire to the palaces, and thousands of houses reduced to ashes. The proud city was reduced to a mass of ruin. Valmiki describes this instance in detail. It is very much like destruction of cities in modern battles. Ravana was furious, sent Kumbha and Nikumba. Kumbha and Nikumba are the sons of Kumbhakarna. So they both are coming with Yupaksha and other Rakshasa warriors. Kumbha was they are also equally powerful like Kumbhakarna. No, both the sons, they also fought. They killed so many Vanaras, and Kumbha was slain by Sugriva and Nikumba was slain by Hanuman. And Makaraksha, son of Khara. Khara, you may be remembering, no? At the Janasthana Pradesh Sthala, no? Khara, Dushana were killed by Rama single-handedly. That Khara's son, he is Makaraksha. He fell to the arrows of Rama. Rama killed Makaraksha. And once again, everybody was, then Ravana was requesting Indrajit. Okay, Indrajit said, don't worry, again he is coming. This time what he is doing now, with this magic spell, he made a Maya Sita and kept her on the chariot, and in front of Vanaras, he just cut off Sita's head. So all the Vanaras started crying. Hanuman, everybody believed that it is Sita. Sita is dead. Then what is the use of the fighting again? So they all going back to Rama. Vibhishana is coming. And what is this? Why Hanuman is coming back? He never comes back from the battlefield. He was thinking. And Hanuman was telling Rama, Sita is already dead. Now no use of fighting. Then Vibhishana laughs at him. Don't worry, this is only a trick of Indrajit. He wants some time to do some Asuric sacrifice. He wants to do. If he does no Asuric sacrifice, then nobody can win over him. That was the reason he made this, so that he will get some time to do his sacrifice. He has already gone to do the sacrifice. All of you go and disturb him, obstruct him. He should not complete his sacrifice. Then you will not be able to win over him, Vibhishana says. So with Vibhishana's advice, everybody went, all the Vanaras are going, and Sugriva, Hanuman, everybody went and obstructed Indrajit. They will throw big trees, they will pour water in the Haumakunda and all that, and they will do what all nonsense they can do, all these things they will do, and just somehow they obstructed the Indrajit's sacrifice. Then Indrajit was fed up. Then he comes with a lot of weapons and all that, and Lakshmana and fierce battle. Lakshmana and Indrajit, they were fighting a fierce battle. At last, Lakshmana used Indra Astra and slayed Indrajit's head, fell to the earth. Devas and Gandharvas showered flowers from the heaven. Rama praised Lakshmana for his achievement. Finally, Lakshmana killed Indrajit. Indrajit was a great warrior. very brave warrior, but he, with his magic power, he was giving trouble so much. Now, finally, he was dead. Now, you know how much sad Ravana will be, you know, because he was the right hand of Ravana, actually, very powerful son, actually, he was dead. Now, finally, comes Ravana, and again, now Ravana is the only one left. Everybody is dead, brothers are dead, sons are dead. Now, Mandodari is coming to Ravana and says, at least now, at least you restore Sita so that we can live peacefully. And Ravana says, why? Why should I do that? All my brothers are dead, all my sons are dead. Now I don't want to live anymore. I will either win the battle, kill Rama and come back, otherwise I will be killed. Like that, telling, no, true warrior he is actually. He's got some good qualities also. So he is coming with a horse, chariot drawn by 8 horses and lot of armies, and whosoever is left, no, they all are coming with Ravana. All are now this, there is no comparison. Now Rama and Ravana started fighting face to face. That was the last one, Rama and Ravana. There is no comparison. It was so ferocious fighting, you know, everybody was looking from all the points, and Devas were all look on with marvel, fought. There is no comparison for Rama Ravana Yuddha. And Vibhishna and Lakshmana interrupted on the way when Ravana was coming. And Rama sent powerful arrows. Ravana sent powerful arrows to kill Vibhishna. He was very angry with Vibhishna because of him so much of happening, you know. So he just want to kill Vibhishna. So powerful arrows. Lakshmana interrupted all the arrows and he could not kill Vibhishna. Then Ravana sends Shakti, one powerful arrow that is called Shakti. Shakti is actually some weapon, actually. That weapon he sends, and Lakshmana fell unconscious again. Now Rama did not know that. Then Ravana proceeds to Rama. Now Hanuman again going and bringing the Sanjeevani mountain, and then with the help of the herbs, Lakshmana becomes conscious again. Now Rama Ravana Yuddham started. Very fierce battle, and then Vibhishana, at that time, no, Ravana was in the chariot, and Devendra sends his chariot to Rama to fight with Ravana. So Devendra's chariot's name was Matali. Matali is bringing the chariot for Rama and tell Rama, please accept this. Devendra has sent it. So Ravana climbs on it and then started fighting. So Devendra's chariot, Rama, and Matali was the chariot, and Ravana was other side. Great battle was going on, and Rama will send an arrow to cut off his head. One head will fall, again another head will come. Again the same thing, like that, keep on, his Ravana's heads were keep on coming again and again. Then what to do? Rama is in little confusion. At that time, Ravana also fell down, unconscious. At that time, Ravana's charioteer took him away from there to make him conscious for that. At that time, Rama was thinking what to do, how to kill this Rakshasa, he was thinking. At that time, Agastya Muni, no? You have heard, no, Agastya Muni, I had told you about him. He is coming, appearing in the chariot, and he is telling, he is giving that Aditya Hridayam. It was a very famous sloka, Prakarana actually. He advises Rama. He is telling Rama, just 2 lines. Pujyasvanai mekagro deva devam jagatpatim etat trigunidam jabatva yuddeshu vijayishyasi. He is telling, with ekagra chitta, you just chant this Aditya Hridayam 3 times, then you will become victorious. Agastya is telling to Rama. So accordingly, Rama chants this Aditya Hridayam 3 times, and then by the time Ravana said the charioteer is bringing him back after he became conscious. So again, huge battle, and it was a spectacular fight. Everybody, breathless admiration and anxiety, watched it. Rama sent Brahmastra. Finally, Ravana's 10 hands fell one by one, and had gone. Brahmastra pierced his chest and shattered. As Devas blew their trumpets, Rama and his chariot was covered with heap of flowers. So like that, the Ravana was fell down, Ravana was killed, and Vibhishana, seeing the brother lay dead, lamented, thinking of his childhood days with his brother. Only Vibhishana was the only person about thinking of his brother's olden days, no? Because everybody has left, no? Now Rama spoke. Ravana fought like a hero, like a warrior, true warrior. Death has washed his sins. It calls for no mourning. Ravana has entered heaven. He is telling Vibhishana, you do not mourn, need not mourn. He was a true warrior. He fought so he has entered the Swarga. So now it is your duty to perform the last rites of Ravana. If you are not, you are your own brother. So I am telling you. Otherwise, I would have done this, his last rites. Rama is telling. See, look at his Rama's compassion, he's so dharmic person. He is ready to do last rites for Ravana. He did this for Jatayu as well as Ravana also he is ready to do. So he is samatvam, no? There is no friend or foe. Whosoever is the head, he is ready to do that. So that was the greatness of Rama we can see here. Now Vibhishana did all his rites to Rama. We can continue, Amma, or should I stop?
Yeah, I think next
next week we can conclude. Yeah.
Good.
So Ravana, yeah. So we are here stopping Ravana's after Ravana's death. Ravana was the last rites were done by Vibhishana. We will see next week. Okay.
Okay. Anybody has a question, or we will ask questions? Wow, very fascinating. No, how
Yeah.
they say that there is only one Rama Ravana Yuddha.
Yeah.
The question asked, how was the Rama Ravana Yuddha means? The answer is, it was like Rama Ravana Yuddha.
Yes, there is no comparison.
No
Yeah.
comparison.
Yeah.
In the world. Not even this Mahabharata war,
Correct.
But now we are beginning to see how each of those people were killed and how it must have been, amazing.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, Virat, you have a question? Okay, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. My question was that when the Rakshasa was making sure that Hanuman wouldn't come to the battle, how did a Gandharva reach there? Because he can't even leave. I don't think Gandharvas can leave across the ocean, right?
I didn't understand the question.
Like Jambavantan said that you will find the herb across the ocean after in the Himalayas, like near the Himalayas. Then how can a Gandharva jump that far and reach the Himalayas to tell Hanuman that the battle is still continuing, and that the person who was like a rishi, he
Yeah. What was his name? Do you remember his name? He was sitting like a rishi, tapasvi. What was his name?
I forgot.
Anybody else can say?
Kushi, yes.
And tapasvi was sitting, to obstruct Hanuman.
Yes.
Ravana said, No. Rakshasas.
Ma'am,
Kalanambi, ma'am. Kalanambi.
Kalanemi. Okay. His name was
Can I
Kalanemi.
tell my Navarasas?
No, let me finish the answer. You have asked a question, no? So Kalanemi was sitting there. How he could go? That's what your answer. How the Gandharva could go?
Yeah.
Gandharva, Gandharvas can fly. Now they are not like normal human beings. Hanuman can fly, but normal human beings cannot fly. But Gandharvas are always in the upper world, not in the Bhuloka. So they will be flying here and there. They will know everything. That's why Gandharvas are showering flowers on Rama when he killed Ravana. No, from upper world. Devas and Gandharvas, Yakshas, Kinnaras, they were all in the upper world. So Gandharva can go. he was having a shapa and he was like a crocodile. So when he became Shapa Moksham from Hanuman, he knows what is happening. All the Gandharvas knows what is happening down, but they cannot do anything against it. Only Rama could kill Ravana. They cannot kill anybody, but they know what is happening down earth. So he is telling Hanuman, giving the information, and this is the Rakshasa, you just kill him.
Okay.
That's the answer. Okay.
And anyone else? Vedant, Yashika, yeah.
Ma'am, when I saw in some another book, ma'am, in the Ramayana, actually, the guru of Rama will assist him, it seems, ma'am.
Yes.
In the
Agastya. Yes, I told you, no, Agastya is coming and giving him Aditya Hridayam Slokam. No?
only at last he will be coming, ma'am.
Yeah, only in the last, the battlefield, is appearing on the chariot and giving him that Aditya Hridayam Slokam, and he chants 3 times and he becomes victorious. We can also chant Aditya Hridayam. It is available in a book form. Okay. If you learn Sanskrit, you can chant nicely.
Okay, ma'am.
Good. Okay, then you want to ask some questions, Lakshmi?
So there are so many names that will be difficult for them actually.
Maybe
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
one question.
Yeah, you ask Amma.
One question is, see, Ravana had 10 heads. Did he really have 10 heads? So how can one sleep and turn in the bed, or how can one walk through the door this side?
Ma'am, I'm thinking that it will just all the heads of the 9 heads will turn smaller and the another head will come.
Oh, okay. Any other answers?
Right on the
This is this is actual Hasya Rasa. Okay, Hasya Rasa.
Okay, Vishruta, is wants to say something.
Ma'am, because Ravana is a little powerful and he had a boon from Brahma that no one should kill him. I think Shiva gave him a boon that he should have 10 heads and 20 hands, and they should come one after another.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, Yashika.
Ma'am, Vishruta.
Ma'am, the 10 heads of Ravana indicates all of the Navarasas. It's 9 Navarasas for the heads, and the main head will be like he's going to show all of the like bhakti, that one, ma'am.
Wow.
That's a new interpretation.
Very good explanation. All the Navarasas.
That's nice. Anyone else?
What all imagination children are having.
Okay. I think, yeah. So yeah, these, like sometimes, we have one head, right? But sometimes that head is angry and that head can be confused. That head can be worried. That head can be shy. Like that, we also have many heads, no? So like that also we can explain. Ravana had all these vrittis, no? Negativities, jealousy, and so many things. He had very good qualities also. Very learned and did lot of tapas. That is also another explanation. But Yashika's is nice, very interesting. Okay, then how was Ravana killed finally? Who has not answered yet?
Vedant.
Yeah, Vedant, where are you?
Ma'am, Ravana was killed when during the battle when Agastya Muni was coming in the middle of his way. Rama shot a powerful arrow at him. Due to the powerful arrow, Ravana died.
What is the name of that astram? Very important, no? Yes, Vishruta.
Brahmastram.
Yes. Everybody, I think, knows that. Yeah, that's important. Brahmastram, no? And I think it was shot in the navel, no, Lakshmi, ma'am? Or
Yeah,
they
in
say,
the navel. Yes, in the navel only.
and I think Vibhishana told that secret to Rama, no? That you do
Yeah,
this,
correct.
only my brother will
Ah,
do like that.
yeah.
Any other thing you want to ask, Lakshmi ji?
That's one.
Yeah, anything else?
So all the 9 rasas have come so far, only one rasa is left. Anybody can say what is that? Well, somebody has written 10 rasas, you
Yeah,
said, no,
I think,
Amma?
yeah, Virat has written, I will
Let Virat answer this. Only one rasa is coming back, left over. All the 9 rasas have come. So what is that rasa?
Ma'am, I don't, like this. I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
You don't.
Okay. Sai?
Mom, I'm thinking so it's sadness.
Sadness?
Not sadness. Not sadness.
Ramayana
Sadness.
ends with sadness? No.
Mom, in the last will be right. Mom, in the Lava and Kusha can't, they'll everybody will fall in heaven, right? In that time they'll be sadness.
No. Lavakusha is not coming in the Ramayana. Okay. Up to Pattabhishekam only Ramayana. Lavakusha. Huh? No.
And I have something that that secret is that Vibhishan told to Ram is that don't kill at his faces because it blood goes, one more face will be coming. Directly kill at his stomach.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw full Ramayan thing at May and April.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, Lakshmi, maybe you only give the answer.
Amma, last is Shanta.
Shanta, yes.
Yeah,
And
Shanta.
people would say obviously it is Shanta, but nobody said. And yes, Virat has prepared a document, and I think he's included all the Navarasas in all the previous episodes. So, shall we see it now? Or do we have time? Maybe next time, can we see?
Yeah.
Virat? Okay. Or you, Virat, you tell maybe 4 rasas today, okay?
Sure, Amma.
Shall I display?
Yes, Amma. Or I can also share my screen. I have
Yeah,
it.
you please do that because I've lost your thing.
Host, I'm not allowed to share screen.
Yeah, I've just given you permission.
Yes, I'm sharing it. So this is the first one, the Sringaram.
Can you magnify, please?
One minute, ma'am.
Just zoom in.
Yeah. So this is the one. It means love and like beauty. Rama is seeing Sita Mata for the first time. It was the love at first sight for both of them. Hasyam. When Mata Sita said that she will not touch Lord Rama's feet because she had the Navaratnas, and if she does that, they will turn into stone, what happened to Ahalya. So then the funny part was, as soon as that happened, Lord Rama declared that he shall not marry any other woman and be Ekatantra. And then Rudram, anger.
Raudram.
Rama, along with Lakshmana, Hanuman, Sugriva, Vibhishana, and the soldiers of the Varnasera, reached the sea. He had to find a way to cross the sea safely with his army of Vanaras. Lord Rama first worshipped Varuna, the god of the oceans, praying that the waters would move away, but his prayers were not answered. Then he got angry. Rama picked up his bow and aimed an arrow at the sea, threatening to dry up all the waters. Veeram, which is heroic. When Ravana sets Hanuman's tail on fire, Hanuman with a blazing tail comes out and flits over the houses in Lanka, making up his mind to set fire to the the city of Lanka, which is the only work left for him to do. Hanuman burns the entire city, barring the abandoned Vibhishana. All the demons were frightened to see the blazing fire consuming their city with its trees, houses, and a host of living beings. Surprised to see the city burning, the celestials and musicians, also known as Gandharvas, gain a great delight as the fire does not satisfied with any amount of firewood or straw feed to it. Hanuman was not varied in killing any number of demons. Karunam. When Vibhishana, yes, Amma?
Karunyam.
Karunyam, sorry. When Vibhishana advised his elder brother Ravana to surrender Mata Sita and seek forgiveness from Lord Rama, he was kicked out of the kingdom. Simultaneously, he approaches Rama and seeks shelter and protection, and he was gladly accepted by Prabhu Ramachandra. Adbhutam, meaning like surprise. When Lord Rama was surprised that the Varna Sena and the little squirrel helped to build the Rama Setu in a short period of time. Bhayanakam, which is when Ravana threatened Mata Sita that if she does not marry him in a month, he will destroy human race. When Lord Rama went to bring the golden deer, then Sita Mata was worried when she heard screams. She feared that something happened to Lord Rama and asked Lakshmana to go and help Lord Rama. Shantam. Lord Rama and Mata Sita were in peace in Chitrakuta. Rama is known as a person who is calm in all situations. For example, he was announced to be the prince of Ayodhya, and in the next moment, he was asked to go for exile. Vivastam. When sages were performing the yajna, the demons troubled the sages by throwing meat, flesh, and blood into their yajna. When Lakshmana disfigured Surpanaka, she was very ugly to look at.
Okay. Wow, that is quite a detailed Navarasas.
Good imagination, very nice.
Thank you, Virat. Good
It's
work.
also because I saw it's a kind of a series on Hotstar. It's
Yeah.
called The Legend of Hanuman. I'm seeing that.
Okay, very good. And also, I think, Virat has done a Ramayana course, no? Some online course somewhere before.
Yes,
See how nicely from his experience and effort he has documented all this. Wonderful. Congratulations.
Mama, I'll send you the family tree one by today evening.
Okay, thank you. Now, Yashika also wants to, you can stop share. Yeah, Yashika wants to share something and after that we'll close. Okay. Where is Yashika? Yashika wants to share one family tree briefly.
Yes, ma'am. Can I share, ma'am?
Yeah. And all the others. Next.
Ma'am, can you see my screen, ma'am?
Yeah, yes.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you see?
Yeah, we can all see.
This is the family tree of Raman. King Dasaratha is having 3 wives, Kausalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi. Kausalya is having 1 son named Rama. Sumitra is having 2 sons named Lakshmana and Shatrughna. Kaikeyi is having 1 son named Bharata. This is the family tree of Ravana. All of his sons, brothers, his step grandfathers are also there, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. So nice. That's really good. We will post it in the group, Yashika. So Very well done. You used Google Slides for this?
No, ma'am. Normal PPT only. ma'am.
PPT.
PowerPoint.
Oh, very nice. So we will post it in the group and everybody can study it in detail, okay, including me. Can you stop share, Yashika?
Yes, ma'am.
So, very nice. So everybody should make a family tree. Some detail one person missed, other person can add. Sometimes there are spelling mistakes. Yes, Sai, what is your question? Last question.
Ma'am, when Virat shared the screen, in the third or fourth one, there was written as Mata, and there was no capital M. Really?
Okay. Point noted. Sai, thank you. Now, before closing the prayers, the songs, who is going to sing? Maybe Yashika and Kushi can sing next time. Okay. Yeah, Virat has also noted the point. Shall we close now the prayers? Lakshmi Garu?
Yes, Amma. Yes.
And maybe only you can say the prayers. We can keep
Yeah. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amma.
So much to everybody. Now, our next session will be, of course, the wonderful and grand Pattabhishekam, no doubt about it. And I noted the date, October 6th, which is, Navaratri, would have begun, right? October.
Yeah. Yes, Amma.
So,
Yes.
you see how beautifully Bhagavan designs, Dashera is Dasha Haranam. So the destruction of the 10-headed Ravana is why Dashera is celebrated. There is a Devi story also, Devi Mahatmyam, but I just was reminded of that. So please prepare your PPTs or the Ramayana tree, your songs, and we will meet next Wednesday. Okay?